Hello everyone, this is 10 Things We Want to have the April 12 update of the Division. Now this is a very big update that's coming out because it's going to be introducing Incursions, which are sort of like raids to the game. And it's actually the first 0.1 sort of thing, because they've been going 0.1, 0.01, 02, 03 and stuff like that for the past few updates. And now we're going to 1.1, so could this mean Season 1 starts now, maybe? Maybe? Anyway, I got 10 things that I, and possibly the community, want out of this whole update. And the very first one is super duper important, the ability to craft multiple items at once. Now they have released some patch notes for this whole thing, and in the patch notes they did not say anything about crafting multiple items at once. However, they have done something which is just oh so very aggravating. They have increased the cost for creating materials or mats. Instead of it being 5 to upgrade, it's now 10 greens to make 1 blue and 15 blues to make 1 high-end gold, which is 3 times what it used to be. That's ridiculous. So before the patch comes out, make sure you upgrade all your materials. And don't waste them now. Don't stop crafting everything. Just stop. If you have like 1 or 2 things that you desperately need, just so you can have enough gear score to get into the thing, go ahead craft that. But I'm telling you, do not craft any more items. You need your mats. And they're going to be a lot harder to get after this patch. This is important. And 2, we need more vendors. Now, what are vendors? They're places that you buy blueprints from, items from, and you spend your Dark Zone credits or your Phoenix credits or your credits. Why they have 3 different goddamn credits, I don't know, but they do, and that's also annoying to me. Luckily for us, they have made it so that some of the items that are currently in the Dark Zone are getting moved to the base operations, and they're removing the division tech required for it to be crafted, which is great. Purely because I haven't bought any of that shit. Because I haven't got to Dark Zone rank 50, which, if any of you have gone to Dark Zone and started trying to grind up to 50, it's fine for like the first 30 Dark Zone levels, you know. It's a little bit of a grind, but it's not too bad, but it's really annoying. Like, you get to level 30 and you're like, alright, I'm good. I don't really want to play Dark Zone anymore. And by the time you get to level 30, the stuff you get out at level 30 is just useless. You might as well just play challenging mode and get high ends from that, which is what everyone is doing right now. They just haven't been bothered to get to rank 50, or they get to rank 50 and stop there. And, you know, good and all, but you know. So to counteract this, they have lowered the Dark Zone level requirement for items. For level 30 items, it's now Dark Zone level 20. For level 31 items, it's Dark Zone level 30. And for level 32 items, it's Dark Zone level 50 required. I'm 100% correct on that. However, they're changing what level 30, 31, and 32 items are. They're going to instead be gear score, which is not been fully released yet what that all equals, but if you have all high end, you should have at least 160 gear score. And since you have 9 items, we could sort of work that out a little bit. It comes to about a high end item being 10, I'm assuming. So, you know, well, not 10, 20, my bad. Got a little bad in my math there. So you'll have around 180 if you have all high end. That's my estimate. I don't know for sure. I'm not sure what difference between level 31 and 32 will be. Will that be like 5 high-end levels, or will that be like 3 high-end levels? I don't know. And there's also rumblings, and by rumblings we've heard it from the horse's mouth, in their last state of the game, not Decay. Decay is a pretty good game though. Whew. They are going to have some items in the Dark Zone which require even higher Dark Zone level than Dark Zone level 40. Which is what level 50 is going to be as for right now. So don't think you're going to stop grinding. You still need to grind, which really sucks. because I don't want to be in the Dark Zone. It is a terrible place. Enough about this. Let's move on to what else we want. Number 3, Incursions. This is obvious. It's the whole point of the update. And the incursion of this one is called Falcons Lost. Now, what do we want out of Falcons Lost is the question. Well, myself, who sort of likes MMOs and kinda wants to play Destiny, but can't because I don't own a PS4 because I don't want to buy a PS4. It's a whole thing. My friend's got it. He said it's a fun game, but you know, it took 2 years to get there. But the thing that he says the most fun about Destiny is the raids. So I'm hoping Incursions will be like Destiny raids, an hour-long thing that takes a while. You have to do some platforming. You have to use specific skills to get through. Maybe have double jumping somehow. I know we don't have double jumping in the game, but if we could have double jumping just to, you know, add some verticality to the combat, that'd be great. Don't do it on my behalf though. Just be nice. Number 4, more challenging missions. Now, what's a challenging mission? It's when you go on your giant mini-map, and it's now map, and you go to a mission, and it says normal, hard, or challenging. Some of them only have normal and hard. We want more of them to have challenging as well. This is very important because right now there's only 4 or 5 challenging missions, and we've played them to death for the past 4 weeks. We kind of want some new stuff, so, you know, be nice. Next, we want more... Whoops, sorry, wrong point. Number 5, we want Dark Zone, daily objectives, and matchmaking. This is really important that we need matchmaking, because right now there's already matchmaking in it. Like, you go into the thing, you're level 30, okay, you're in this group, and just sort of like chucks you in, doesn't really care who else you're with, what their Dark Zone level, anything like that, because they assume that you'll be segregated among the 6 Dark Zones. But generally everyone's in the first 3 Dark Zones, because that's generally where you end up, unless you're trying to like grind out Phoenix credits and high ends, then you'll be in the latter 3 Dark Zones. But more often than not, you're in the first 3. And you really want matchmaking so you can go in there with a party of 4. Because if you don't have a party of 4, and a party of 4 decides to go rogue, they will decimate the whole Dark Zone. And it's so hard to coordinate with other people in the Dark Zone to take out this group of 4. Or sometimes group of 8 people who are just roaming the Dark Zone, killing everyone because they can. There's nothing to stop it. They have added a new thing called supply drops, which is sort of like a daily objective because it comes on twice a day, so possibly every 12 hours. I don't know. If that is the case, that's going to be exploited to hell. I'm hoping it's like randomly within these 12 hours, and then there's like a 6-hour break, and then maybe randomly another one happens in the 12-hour period. I don't know. I hope they thought ahead for this, because if they didn't, and if it's exactly on 12 hours, these things are going to be exploited to hell. There's going to be groups of 4 prepared, and they're just going to decimate everyone, or groups of 8 prepared and decimate everyone. And they'll trade between the 4. They don't care. They're like, oh, we got these things here. You want that? Oh, yeah, I have that. No, you have that, and stuff like that. Good thing about these, you don't have to extract them. Once you picked up the supply drop, it's yours for good. It's good. And speaking of trading, number 6, we want trading between party members, which they've already announced. Fantastic. It's not between everyone though, which is fine, because you don't really want to break the economy like that. I 100% agree with that, but trading between parties, so say you and 3 other people in your party go kill a boss, and you get a high end that you don't really want, but someone else needs it, and they get a high end that you really want, but they don't necessarily need it, you can trade. You just drop it on the ground and pick up the other one. And even if you just want to be kind and give it to them, you can do that, which is great. Next, which goes back to what I was talking about with the Dark Zone stuff, we need a PvP arena. This is important. We need a PvP arena so bad, because otherwise the Dark Zone is going to get more and more increasingly hostile as the game progresses, because people are going to get bored of just killing NPCs, and they're going to go, I feel like killing everyone today. And they will. They'll decimate the Dark Zone. They're already doing it. And if we don't get a PvP arena soon, where people have a more forgiving outlet for that, they're just going to go around and make the Dark Zones just a pain for anyone just entering it for the first time. Luckily for us, they are changing Dark Zones slightly to have a gear score segregation. So if you have like all high end, you won't be with the noobs who just got level 30 and just entered the Dark Zone for the first time or second time, depending on when they first entered it. So that way they can actually get some value out of the Dark Zone before they get into the high end people where they're just decimating everyone. But if this is a set gear score thing, people are going to exploit it. They will, and they'll just get slightly underneath the gear score barrier and they'll go in and they'll kill the noobs. And it's going to happen. I guarantee you this. They need a PvP mode desperately. Desperately. Get on this. Number 8. Weapon paint skins need to stack. And by stack, I mean they have to stop taking up stash space or inventory space. What the hell were you thinking when you did this? Like, I understand it's a mod for the weapon. I get that. I get that. But it's so goddamn bad how it's set up now. Literally, my entire stash space, which is 40 spaces, 30 of which is paint. Weapon paint. That's ridiculous. Now, say I have like, a few alternate items I want to keep in my stash because I don't want to carry them around in my backpack. Where do I put them? So, if they can make these stack, which they said they are working on, so I hope that they comes out, maybe not this patch, but very soon after. We need this. And I also heard that this is possibly why people are getting locked out of their account for what is known as the backpack glitch, which is when they have, say, 20 items, well, by 20 items I mean 20 weapons, all fully modded up so they can save inventory or stash space. So they do that, and they put all their mods into their weapons and stuff, and then they buy a new backpack which has slightly less stash space in it, or backpack space, or slightly more. And when they swap the backpack out, it unequips all the mods temporarily and then re-equips them. And while it's doing that for the backpack switch, it goes, hang on a second, you have way more items than you do in your backpack space. You're cheating, and it kicks you out of the game and locks you out. I don't know for sure if that's the case, but it sounds like something that would happen. At least I think it would. Number 9, special weekly events or missions, dailies that are slightly different to what we have now, because we just have daily missions, which is fine. Pretty easy to run. You do it in about half an hour. It's in every single MMO. It's fine, but you want something more. And they have their release assignments, which are both daily and weekly variety that I've not released a lot of information on, but we know it's going to be either combat based in the overworld or crafting based in the overworld, or possibly a Dark Zone related thing like extract 9 items. I don't really see how this is good though, but whether more things to do for more mats and more items, it's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that, but it seems a little bit lazy to me the way they're doing it. I was kind of hoping for like special weekly missions that, just sort of freeform, like, oh, there's this guy terrorizing in North New Hampshire. I know New Hampshire isn't in New York or anything like that, but you get the drift. Or the Devil of Hell Kitchen's now in the Devil of Hell Kitchen, and you gotta go kill him. Like something like that, just, that's the kind of thing. Like, it's like 50 guys, and you gotta kill them all for your group of 4, that'd be fun. You can do it like once per week, sort of thing, and changes every week. That'd be great. Number 10. We need gear sets, and they have released some. But they have not released a lot of information about it. They've said they're going to have 4 different gear sets. One called the Tactician's Authority, which is going to buff skill classes, which I assume is healing and sticky bomb stuff, which is good, but I don't see how that really changes people into set roles. Because right now, there's no set roles. People are just sort of like, I'm going skill build, and they just go full electronics. Or they go, I'm going firearms, and they go full firearms. That's it. They're the two builds. And you can literally swap between them in an instant if you have the items. And there's not even a real point for making a second character. It's stupid. Next they have the Striker's Battle Gear, which is for firearm classes. Again, not a lot of information. I wish I knew more. Then they got Sentry's Call, which enhances marksman capabilities. Does that mean increased headshots with marksman rifles? If that is the case, and marksman rifles already have ridiculous headshot damage, I think it's going to break the game. Just maybe. And I got Path of the Nomad, which provides bonuses for Lone Wanderers, which I assume is, if you're not in a party at all, you get 25% increase to all your stats. Maybe. Maybe. No details how these are going to work. It's a little bit vague. On a side note, they are adding some stuff which I didn't expect them to. For example, a spectator mode when you fully die, like you get downed, and then the shotgunner pieces you after you're in your down state and you're completely down. You can now spectate around instead of just looking at the ground going, oh, this is fun. I will go watch YouTube. Or this video right now. Anyway, it's alright, but you know, I didn't particularly care for that because I generally am either the first person to die or the last person to die. And if I'm the first person to die, I just alt-tab straight away. I don't care too much. Sure, I'll be able to give some information to people if I could spectate, which is nice, but you know, it wasn't a big deal for me. And they've also added reporting in the PC mode, which, let's face it, it should have been implemented way before launch. It should have been the first thing. This guy could be cheating. Allow me to report him in-game. It's that simple. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Maybe you have some things that you want out of this update that I haven't talked about. Leave a comment below. And if you could share this video with your friends who also play The Division, it would help me out. It really does help out these small channels like me. And subscribe if you want. You don't have to. It'd just be nice for me. For me personally, I'd like it if you would subscribe. But very good. I know I've got a little bit of an annoying accent, but no, you gotta get over it. You gotta get over it. Alright, I'm just pissing you all off now, and all that goodwill I had thrown out the window. Anyway, if you want to watch some more videos, I don't know, just look for my channel. I ain't gonna cherry pick videos for you. Fuck, I got things to do, mate. Peace!